This is the BGG Climbers for the week ending 11/16/2022. This list is put together every week by Michael Alexander. I'll include links in the description below if you want to take a look at it. My voice is a little bit off this week because I was at BGCon all of last week and talked a lot, and I think I lost a little bit of my voice from that. But here we go. Also, if you haven't been to BGCon and you like playing a lot of games, new games, old games, there's a lot of people there that are willing to play with you and are, generally pretty quick to learn new games too. So it's a fun time. So we'll start with number 10, Revive. So we looked at this one a couple weeks before. I finally got a chance to play it at BGCon. Now, I will say that the rating is pretty high here versus what my opinion is of it. I think it's a little bit. It very well could be the best game of the new releases, but I still don't think it's going to make it in the top 100. I don't think it's as good as a typical top 100 game. I think there's a couple problems with the game. Possibly they come back with a second edition that maybe improves on it, or it could just be maybe I need more plays. But anyway, that's number 10, Revive. Number 9, Terra Nova. So this is a little bit disappointing. So this is the, lighter version of Terra Mystica. But it's turned out a little bit weak. I haven't had a chance to play this, so I don't know, how good it is. Terra Nova, a simplified version of Terra Mystica in the game. You basically control one of 10 factions. You look at it, it looks kind of like Terra Mystica. Probably they reduced the, it's still got the little cup mechanism. It's still got the board to take stuff off of to improve, to kind of improve your stuff. It's still got this board that, has the things on it. So, anyway, kind of a disappointment to me because I was hoping for a higher rating on this one, considering I like Gaia Project a lot. And, simplified version kind of appeals to you to play a little bit quick. Unfortunately, it's not really doing well initially, so probably the fans of the game aren't too impressed by it. But we'll see. There's always a chance that it will climb in the coming weeks. That's number 9, Terra Nova. 8, Heat, Pedal to the Metal. So we looked at this one over the last couple weeks. This is the latest Days of Wonder release. I didn't get a chance to. It was there at BGCon, obviously, but I didn't get a chance to play it. I'm not the biggest fan of racing games. It is, the post BGCon rating, I guess, did bump it up a little bit, so I think people enjoyed it. I did see a number of people purchase this one, but I still don't think this is going to the top 100. I don't think it's a strong enough contender. So number 8, Heat, Pedal to the Metal. Number 7, Verdant. So I think we saw this one before. This thing was doing pretty well for at least a couple weeks. Dropped off a little bit, and now it's back up a little bit more. So let's take a look at this. Oh, yes, I remember this one. This is the Plant Collection game. So I think it's Set Collection Pattern Building. This is a game that I think is going to appeal to people that, might not be interested in board games typically. Maybe in the same lines as a lighter entry than Wingspan, obviously. And it provides, houseplant collecting and, some simple mechanisms to play on that with some nice artwork. It's probably not going to be a top 100 game, though, just because of its weight and everything. So number 7, Verdant. Number 6, Endless Winter Paleo American. So this was on my top list to play at BGCon. I did get a chance to play it. I would put it not as good as Dune Imperium, but to me at least, it was better than Lost Ruins of Arnak. And the reason why it was better is it felt like you were using your deck a lot more. Now, the game itself has a lot going on. There's, Kickstarter expansions. There's the amazing production of the deluxe version. I think without the expansions, maybe it's not enough going on. But with the expansions, there's plenty going on. A lot of different ways to collect points. We had different strategies, and it was very competitive in the game, even utilizing, some different strategies. The cave paintings thing is a little bit OP, I think. But other than that, I think the game is good. It probably is going to get to the top 100, assuming it gets a second Kickstarter or enough I don't think enough people bought this on the original Kickstarter, so assuming it gets second Kickstarter or retail release, it probably will get there. So number 6, Endless Winter. Number 5, Weather Machine. So this is the latest release from Vital Lacerda. This is a game that I pre-purchased because it's a Lacerda game, because the theme was kind of exciting for me. You're controlling this weather machine and researching stuff and doing some cool things in it. The bad news is, in my opinion, it's not as good as his other games. Now, obviously, there's a lot of people that liked it. I mean, actually, the artwork looks good, but the problem is that you're doing most of your stuff over here on the left side of the board, and this right side of the board is kind of an afterthought. I feel like it's not as good to go to. Also, there's a lot of confusing actions. I feel like it's not exactly straightforward on how to do it compared to some of his other games. I know it's a heavy game, but a game can be heavy and still have like a little bit more straightforward actions. Once again, the graphics design from Tool is amazing, so it does have that. But I was a bit disappointed in this game as I played it. I feel like if I'm going to play a game this heavy, I'm going to pull out On Mars or I guess the Galris Prize and heavy, but Lisboa is, I think, a better heavy Euro game from Vital Lacerda. So there you have it. I don't think this one's going to end up at the top 100, but we'll see. I think that there were a lot of people playing at BGCon. A lot of people had their copies, but I just don't think it's as strong as his other offerings. Number 4, Tiletum. So this one had a lot of people playing it as well. It was in the Hot Games room, I think, with 2 tables. I didn't, because it was kind of on the longer side, I had to pick and choose games to play. The production value of this game was pretty decent, I think. It wasn't great, but the art looked okay in person, especially. I like the colors of the dice and the little pillars and stuff. I guess the art is period inspiring, but not like amazing art. Anyway, Tiletum is hopefully I pronounced that right, economic Euro. You're going to do contracts, dice rolling, action points, in-game bonuses, typical stuff. And it looks like you're merchants in Europe. It's a medium heavy game, and it's done by some pretty acclaimed designers. Overall, again, I don't get the impression, like, I didn't see people walking away from this game and being like, this game's amazing. I think it's a good, probably a solid game, but it's probably not a top 100 game either. So number 4, Tiletum. Number 3, Wingspan Asia. So this is the latest Wingspan expansion, which obviously adds... actually, why is it 1 to 2? Oh, it's a standalone game. I didn't even know this. I thought this was a Wingspan expansion. Well, there you go. So, okay, so it gives you a 6 or 7 player expansion. So I guess you can play 1 to 2 player standalone. You can play with the original Wingspan as just an add-on, or you can play 6 to 7 players. I don't think I would ever want to play Wingspan with 6 to 7 players. Playing with 5 players takes long enough. Looks like they added red eggs, though, which is pretty cool. And I don't know what these things are, but the black tears look kind of interesting. Oh, yin and yang. Oh, sorry. Still recovering from there. Oh, maybe with flock mode you can play with like multiple people playing their turns at the same time. That would be interesting. That would definitely speed up the game. Oh, yin and yang is for 2 player. So this looks interesting. Wingspan, everyone knows about. More cards for Wingspan, probably a good thing with more unique birds. Adding a 2 player mode, I think is great. I think that a lot of people probably want to play Wingspan 2 players, but without a 2 player specific mode, it probably doesn't work that well. So I do think this is going to do well. Is it going to be a top 100 game? I don't know because if it would even really qualify. It's kind of an expansion, kind of a standalone game. But let's see. So that's Wingspan Asia. Number 2, Encyclopedia. So this is a Kickstarter game that must be in the long list of Kickstarter games that are being delivered this fall. A game. Oh yes, I remember this one. So I almost backed this one. This thing, I think, had a huge Kickstarter campaign. It was a dice-based worker placement game. It had some unique art. I felt like it had some unique stuff going on with it. It kind of had the chests. Like I said, the artwork was really good. I like dice worker placement. So it kind of had the right stuff, but I don't even remember why I didn't back it, but I decided not to back it. Maybe because they did Dominations and Museum. I wasn't super impressed with either one of those games. Where is this game going to go? I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell. It's kind of like just getting its first ratings, so we'll have to see. One of it's above 8, which is looking pretty good. One of it's below 8, which is not that great for first couple weeks. But let's see how this one does. I'm pretty sure we'll see it in the future. So number 2, Encyclopedia. And number 1, Splendor Duel. So this is the 2-player version of Splendor. It looks like probably during the pandemic, people decided to design a bunch of 2-player games. And they're all coming out now. Price looks pretty good on it. And you're going to confront your rival, take gem and pearl tokens. So you're going to take it from the common board and purchase cards, roll favors, prestige. So I still have my original copy of Splendor. I think it has the weighted chips too in it, which is really nice. I don't really play it anymore, but people love this game. I don't see how Splendor Duel isn't going to do well, but it's probably not going to hit the top 100. 2-player games tend to not unless they're on the heavier side. So there you have it. That is the BGG Climbers for the week ending 11/16/2022. If you like this video, please like and please subscribe, and please take a look at my other videos. Thank you.